guys, you're watching Lightning Rocket, where today I'll be showing you how to make this really cool Minecraft turtle from Perler Beads. You might have seen a pretty similar design on Cutie Craft's channel, but don't worry, I asked her beforehand in an email and she said of course yes, and also I didn't use her design, and also this is a baby, so it has a big head and a small shell. Also it has moving fins and a rotating head. Now that you're familiar with what we're going to be doing, let's get started. For the very first part of the long-awaited turtle, we're going to be making the shell. For this project, you'll also be needing glow-in-the-dark beads. If you don't have any, you can replace them with any other color you have. You'll also be needing forest beads, dark green beads, salad beads, salad beads, that's what I like to call them, creme, sand, white, and black. After I'm finished, pause the video to copy down what I just did. Oh no, a bead dropped. Okay. I'm just gonna grab the last bead of the shell and place it on. Pause the video right now. Okay, now I'm gonna be putting the ironing film on top, and let's iron. Well, that was a visible transition. Anyways, for the second part, we're going to be assembling the back of the shell, which I'm doing right here. Only make one of these pieces. I'm just going to be telling you how much pieces to make because some pieces you'll be needing to make 2 of them or 4 of them. So right here, I'm just going to iron this part. And bam, it's ironed. Okay, now that it's ironed, let's begin the second piece. I'm now assembling the front connector of the shell to the head. This piece is pretty complex, so make sure to pause the video and copy down everything really carefully. Pause the video right now to copy it down. Okay, now that I put the ironing film on top, it's ironed! Woohoo! It seems like a magical ironing film. Anyways, right now I'm assembling the sides of the shell. You'll need to make 2 of these pieces because it's going to be on either side. I'm going to iron this one piece. And it's ironed. Make sure to make a second piece, but sadly I didn't have any footage of me making the second one. Right now is going to be a really important part of the turtle. It's going to be the bottom connector to the shell. Make sure to copy down every bond really well because this is going to be one of the main structural pieces. Pause the video right now. Okay, now I'm going to be ironing it and only make one of these pieces. Now I'm going to be assembling the bottom of the bottom. I like calling it the bottom of the bottom because it's really the bottom of the turtle. Make sure to pause the video after I'm done, like so. Now I'm ironing it, and blambagoom, it is ironed. Iron, iron, iron. Okay. So now I'm making this really small piece, which is at the back of the bottom of the turtle. Make sure to do this one correctly. Actually, make sure to make all of them correctly because all of the pieces are really important. Now, I'm going to be making these sides of the bottom right here. They're not as long as the shell sides, but it's pretty long as well. Make sure to make 2 of these pieces. Remember I told you to make 2. I really don't want anyone messing up on this project because it's pretty big. Okay, now that it's ironed, make sure to make a second one. Okay, I'm just gonna iron again, and magically a pierce appears. It's just a transition. I remember you guys liked it in the previous video, which was the bee. It was really successful as well. Also, this is the back of the head. And it's ironed. Okay, now I'll be assembling the bottom of the head right here. You'll only be needing dark green beads, forest beads, and sand beads for this. Now that it's ironed, what a seamless transition. Now I'll be assembling the side. No, not the side. I'm pretty sure it's the top. Yeah, let's just do the fins, okay? Okay, now I'm assembling the fins. Right here. These fins use a lot of green, so make sure you're stocked up on that. You'll also be needing to make 4 of them because turtles usually have 4 fins and not just 1. Okay, as you see, I showed you to make 3 more pieces. This basically including this piece. Now it's ironed. That was pretty seamless. I mean, wasn't seamless, but it was seamless. I don't know how that makes sense. Sadly, I don't have the footage either on me making these 4 other ones. But you got it. Now I decided to make the top of the head, which you'll need salad beads and dark green beads. Like so. Yay! Make sure to copy down every piece I'm making. Like so. And covered with a sheet and ironed. I really like how they end up looking ironed because I like how the bonds look. Now I'm assembling the sides of the face. Make sure to make 2 of these pieces because you're going to be putting them on either side of the build. This piece is really important because with it, the turtle looks weird. I'm just going to make a second one right here and magically a piece appears. Blam, ba-gam, ba-bam. Okay. Now it's time for the very last piece of the turtle. The face! Yeah, because we forgot the front of the face. Okay, now that it's built, it's almost time to assemble. Just one thing left, to iron. And the assembly process is to begin. Now that you've made all the pieces and ironed them, it's time to assemble. Firstly, we're going to be making the body. For the first step of the body, we're going to be needing the top of the shell and both of the sides. Make sure that this is the front and this is the back. Then we're going to take one of the sides, also making sure that these 2 beads, which are beige, are facing the bottom. Then we stick them in like this. And then we repeat the process on the other side. Like so. Next, we're going to take the back and stick it in. Like so. Next, we're going to put this aside, and I'm going to take this big part and I'm going to put the back in like so. You see these 3 beads into the 2 bead hole. Next, I'm going to take this, I don't know what I should call it, the bottom back, and I'm going to stick it into here, and I will repeat the process on the other side. Like so. Next, I'll take this bottom of the bottom and I'm gonna stick it into here. And finally, we're gonna take the shell and put it all together. Like so. For the final step of the shell, we're gonna be taking this flat T and we're gonna stick it into the front, like so. Now the shell of our turtle is finished. Now we're going to be assembling the head, which is probably the simplest of the whole build. So we're going to take the bottom of the head and the front with the nostrils and stick it into here. Next we're going to take the side of the head and making sure that this beige bead is facing the front, we pull it in. And then we repeat the process on the other side. Next we're going to take the back and we stick it in. And we're going to take the top and put it on top, like this. Now that we have all the pieces for the turtle, it's time to put it all together. Now that you've assembled the shell of the turtle and the head, it's time to apply the flippers and the head to the main body. So as you can see, I already put the skewers through these two holes, here and here. It's because I had a lot of trouble because it's a bit over iron, so I just put it in beforehand. So once you've put the skewers into these two holes, you have to snip them off with a snipper. Like so. Next, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to place on the flippers right, oh no, why do I keep placing in the wrong bead? Okay, so I'm going to place it right here and into the same bead on the other side, like so. Next, holding this sharp thing so that it doesn't shoot into anyone's eyes, I take it and snip it off. Like so. Now the first two flippers of our turtle is finished. I'll rejoin you once I place these skewers into the holes for the legs. Now that I've finally placed in these skewers, I had lots of trouble. So once they're in, make sure that they're 3 beads off the side. Next, I'm gonna flip it over and push it a bit more through, like this. Make sure they came out the other side. Next, I'm gonna place in the flippers into this hole, like this, and into the same bead on the other side. Please go in. Okay, I'm just gonna do it a bit easily, more hopefully. Okay, like this. So it's finally in, and I'm just gonna push it all the way through and snip off the remainders. Actually, I'm just gonna do it on the other side because I'm gonna use these other side, the sharp parts, to apply the head. I'm just gonna push it through all the way and I'm gonna snip it off. For the next step, we're gonna be only needing one toothpick. Make sure it's the sharper one. And I'm gonna place it into this hole right here. And then I'm gonna take the head and push it through. Oh no. Okay, so if that doesn't work for you, you can just take the head, push it into this hole with the sharp side. Oh yeah, that's why it didn't go in, because it's really tight, like this. Make sure it goes into this hole, and then you push it into this bead right here. Okay, like this. This is how a turtle should look like. Now that you've finished, congratulations on finishing the model. I really hope you enjoyed making this model with me, and I'll see you in the next video where hopefully I'll be able to make whatever you suggest me. Hopefully it's going to be an iron golem or something like that. I'm probably going to be making something from Minecraft. Anyways guys, please leave a good comment, please subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.